The Real Show is brought to you by UCS Facility Management Limited, Omni Basic Bank, and Dewdrop Hand Sanitizer.
Welcome back to The Real Show. If you just joined us, we are about to introduce our first guest for tonight, and she is the CEO of M-Lees Couture, Elizabeth Owobiak. But I'm not sure if I mentioned that well. I'll let her mention that for us. But let's have a look at this introductory video, and then we'll see her guest.
African clothing commonly refers to traditional clothing worn by the people of Africa. There are many different styles of outfits, and the type of cloth plays an integral role in fashioning the garment. The fabric often reflects the society in general, as well as the status of individuals or groups within that community. In some instances, traditional robes have been replaced or influenced by foreign cultures, like colonial impact or Western popular dress code. The evolution of dress in Africa is very difficult to trace due to the lack of written words and actual historical evidence. Much is pieced together from various sources, like traditional robes being handed down to present-day tribal members, word of mouth, masquerades, and from art and artifacts which show sculptural representations of dress. Today, African garments take their roots in traditional dress and are worn by millions of people for both ceremonial occasions and for everyday wear. This makes for a vibrant and colorful scene wherever you go in Africa. Some of these garments are kaftan, dashiki, agbada, and Ankara designs. Elizabeth Owobiak is a men's fashion designer and the chief executive officer of M-Lees Couture. She has exhibited her designs in different exhibitions, including Chalawati Street Arts Festival. Welcome, Elizabeth. African clothing commonly...
Welcome, Elizabeth. Please, can you pronounce your surname for us? I know it has a special tone to it.
My name is Elizabeth Owobiak.
Owobiak.
Yes.
Ah, I think I got
it's
it
actually
right.
a native name. It's my grandfather's name, so it's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to come from my place for you to be able to pronounce it.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to The Real Show. I love the interesting African thing on your top.
Oh, thank you.
You did that yourself, right?
Yes, please. Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, and then the interesting tape measure right here. Why did you choose to use that, though?
Oh, because that makes me a fashion designer. I have to tell the world what I do because I'm proud of doing them.
Oh, that's amazing. So tell us, we know that you sew, okay, but why for men?
Yeah, because if you look at the fashion today, in a fashion world, women are mostly doing women dresses.
Yeah.
And you don't actually find it a common thing for women to do. So I chose it when I went to school. I decided to make a choice because I want to do something different from usual. Yeah. So that's the reason why I choose to do men.
How long have you been doing this?
Let's say professionally 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how do you get the designs? We know that when it comes to men, okay, they don't have a lot of designs, or there's not room to make a lot of changes and alter to get different designs. Like women, one top can have like 1,000 designs, but for men, it's very difficult to get different variations. So how do you come up with the designs?
Mostly men don't like too much of designs on your clothes. So that makes you unique. So you have to choose a particular style, a particular design for them. And most of them, they don't even like something designing on their fabric, on their clothes, so they prefer it plain. But those that want it, they want to wear it different. They want to see it different from other people. And most times, I'm not good in picking someone's design and do it. I love doing my own thing. Because I want to create my own design, I want to do my own thing. Even if it matches the other person, I want to be proud that I did it on my own imagination. So
that's great. I mean, we love innovation and ingenuity and all of that. But how do you come up with your designs? What inspires you?
You know, when you love something and they don't force you to do it, it comes naturally.
Okay.
And most of my designs, like the one I did, the last one I did for the festival, a friend of mine.
Sorry, which festival?
Charlewater Festival.
Okay.
That's August just passed.
Yes.
And it was a friend of mine. All the design I make there was inspired by him. His name is Frank Edwin, you know, Gavois.
Okay.
So he told me there's a festival around, then I should just do something for it. And I was like, what am I going to do for the festival? It's going to be like a lot of African clothing and all that.
Yes.
So he told me to choose my own, and he said just create something, make you unique, make yourself unique, and do something different. So I was confused because I've never been to that festival before, and I've never been to exhibition before. So he said, don't worry, whatever you need, I'll put you through, because he has been there before. So I decided to go into his studio and do the work. And he told me some of the design. He told me, okay, this is what they want for the festival. It's about African, and you just make yourself unique and make it different from others. So he put me through it, and after finishing it, I was like, wow. I wasn't even believe that I was one of doing it, because I've never done anything like that before, and I find it so amazing. And this, what I'm wearing, it gave me a structure that's the African map. It said, take it home, and when you come back, I want to see what you can do. So I went home on Friday. I couldn't do it because the thing was not coming. So I was thinking of, what am I going to do that make it different? On Saturday, I couldn't do it. So Sunday evening, I was just lying down and I was sleeping. It's like the thing just come. And I got up from the bed because the material was just lying beside my bed. I put on my buttons. I started doing it, the thing was just coming. So it took me hours to finish it. So when I did it, I was like,
oh, so that's what you're wearing?
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. I was like, what kind of design is
this? So the camera sees what's there. Oh wow, that's an African print with details of
yeah.
Oh, I can see the tape measure cut. A blue tape measure has been cut in there.
Yes.
There are beads, there are stones, there are buttons, different colors. You said you don't even know what came to your mind for you to pick all this.
It didn't came. I was just sleeping, so it came like, it just came into my head. So I wake up from the sleep, and I just started doing it. So when I was doing it, the thing was just coming. So I was just changing the thing like that. I just brought my tape measure, I started cutting it. So even me, I didn't know how it's going to look like when I finished it. So when I finished, I saw it was wow. So when I went to him, I showed it to him, he said, wow, this is unique. So I decided to make it. I said, okay, I'll be the one to wear this of my own.
Oh,
so even
I'm glad you wore it to my set.
So when I even showcase it on the festival, people want to buy it. I say, no, I'm not selling. Because yeah, I have other different styles in the same, but this one was personal. So I wanted to wear it so that I'll know that this is what I did when I wake up from sleep.
So, I mean, talking about some of the pieces you've done, we've seen a unique one you have on now. Do you do units for people to come in and buy, or you take custom orders?
Yeah, I take customers' orders, and I design it for them. I design and I sew for them.
Okay.
So that's what I do.
All right. So then you also have clothes in the shop. Do you have a walk-in shop? Do you have an online
You know, I sew in the house. Yeah, I have some clothes that I put on the line, like on Facebook. I have my Facebook, M-Lees Couture. I have my Instagram, M-Lees 309.
M-Lees 309.
309,
okay.
Yes. And I have my Twitter. So the Twitter, I just opened it, so I started putting things on it. So because getting a shop right now, because of the COVID, so it's not going to be funny. So that's what I'm trying to do, put them online and make sales for them.
Now, an interesting thought, okay, how do customers, your male customers, how do they react when they find out that, okay, they've called M-Lees Couture, maybe they've seen an outfit on Facebook or Instagram, they like it, they want to order for something in their size, and then they come and they meet a woman. What's the reaction? How does it feel?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, some people were like, you know, someone told me one day that how can I allow a woman to measure me?
Oh, you take the measurement?
Yes.
It's uncomfortable for them?
Yeah, because, you know, some of them, their body is so sensitive in a way that the way when you touch them, it can be so funny. So as a professional, you have to take your time and so that they will not feel uncomfortable around you. But the reaction is that, so when they react now, I will tell them, okay, don't worry, I will sew for you. If you don't like it, they don't pay. So they will say, okay, I'll try you on one. So, but when they finally see the design, they love it, then they come for it.
Oh, that is amazing. Now, looking at the fabric markets, okay, I know most of the time we use African prints. It's amazing because you're projecting what we have as Africans and even as Ghanaians. But looking at the Ghanaian fabrics that we have, there's a lot of foreign ones in the system that may not even be up to the quality. So when it comes to fabric selection, how do you get the right fabrics for your production?
It's because we have been there and we know the quality and quantity of it. Okay. And that also depends on how much you want to pay.
Okay.
You know, when I charge, when you want to order a cloth, then I will tell you this amount and this amount and this amount. So it's stage by stage. So it now depends on, it now because all fingers are not equal. Maybe you want a particular design and you don't have enough money to meet up to the original one, but you need that particular design. Yes, I can get it for you. So I don't want you to go, I will tell you this is how much this one costs, this is how much this one costs. So that it depends on the material you want. Yeah. So I'll get it for you. But when I go to the market, I know the original and the fake in the same material.
How do you know?
Like when you go inside the market to buy a material, the original material are mostly, they are very thick.
Oh, okay.
They are thick and some too are very light. And there's a way we know which one is fake and original. Because some material, when you wash it, when you sew it and put it in the water, everything is gone. So we know them, so when we get there, we know the particular place to buy them.
I think it's by experience.
Yes, it's by experience. Because sometimes when you tell somebody a price of your product, and you say, no, it's very expensive, I will tell you, okay, why don't you go to the market, you buy it and come. I will charge you for sewing. So you may go into the market and buy the wrong fabric with the same amount that's supposed to buy the original for you. You see, because you don't know, they will fool you and tell, oh, this is original. And because you don't know the difference between original and the fake one, you buy it in the same amount. So it's I don't know.
To allow you to make the decision.
It's better you allow the designer to make the decision than for you to go to the market yourself, because they will still fool you in the same amount. You want to buy the original, you buy the fake one.
So then, relying on you as a fashion designer, you're actually saving money, you're saving time and efforts, because going to the market is stressful as well, right? And then you know the fabrics that are actually good, of good quality. All right. Now, how is the market for fashion, or what you do so far? How would you describe the market? If somebody's watching us and they are inspired by your designs, they want to be like you, they want to sew also, what would you tell them? Is the system good? Is it a good business that they should get into? What advice would you give them?
You know, you can actually wear clothes 1 or 2, 3 times, you know. So, but because of the system now, because of the COVID and everything, and people don't really buy dress much because of the money, because of the cost surrounding the market. So they prefer to use their money to buy food and all that. But for wear and all those things, they are restricted from it because of the situation, because of the COVID on ground. So that's how it is. So.
So then how do you keep your business going? Since there are some challenges.
Yeah, we still have customers that you have on ground. So we still have some of them where they want to go to occasion, they still want one time, and they want to sew, they want to wear, they want to show off. So they will still come. But for the new ones, it's not really coming like that. You have to maybe go through a friend and go through a friend before you can get it. So that is how the system is right now.
And how do you handle customer feedback? For instance, if a customer orders something and then they come back with complaints because maybe a thing or two didn't go as they perceived it to, how do you handle that?
Of course, it's a customer and it's right.
Okay.
When I give you a product that you're not satisfied, I will tell you, if you're not satisfied, you bring it back. Because that's the only way I can keep that customer coming. If it's not good, that means you're not satisfied with it. If you're not satisfied with it, somebody else will. And maybe somebody else is even ready to get that which you don't really like. So I will tell you, okay, bring it back, then make another choice. I will do that for you. So that's the only way to keep the customer coming and coming. You can't tell the person because the person says he doesn't like it. You say, no, you cannot change it, you cannot do it again. Then the person will go and never come back. Like I remember I sold something for a lady, and
oh, so you sold for both men and women?
No. Like sometimes I sold the African fabric with a t-shirt, but it's a trouser. You know, it's unisex, so anybody wants to wear it. So I sold the lady bought it, and when she got home, the lucky part was that I gave her my card, and because she loves what I did, so when she got home in the night, I was about getting to the house, so she called me. Oh, the clothes you sold for me, I didn't like it. Something happened and something. I said, okay. I was pleading with her. I said, don't worry, bring it back tomorrow. I will do a new one for you. Don't be angry. She was so upset. Yeah, I can understand her. She was so upset. I told her, don't worry, I'm going to do another one for you in 2 days' time. And in 2 days' time, I have to go to the market. I buy the same fabric because she wants the same style and the same fabric. So I went to the market. I got it. I saw it. In the next, I have to take it to where she's living.
Wow.
Yes, I have to carry taxi from here. I took it to where she's living. She was so happy because she was going outside the country with the clothes. So I have to do that. So she was happy about it.
Wow, you don't joke with your customers.
No, I don't have to. I don't have to. Yeah.
Well, you heard it from the M-Lees CEO herself. She's saying that to actually be able to stand in this business and do well, make sure that you don't joke with your customers. Get your loyal customers and make sure that every customer is satisfied. And when you do have some sort of feedback that's not all that positive, do well to correct, and then your customers will keep coming. Is there any other secret to keep the business going? Because we want to get all the gist.
Oh, no. There's nothing like secrets. Business is business. It depends on how you handle your customers, and it depends on how you do your business, and people will still keep coming. No matter where they are, they will keep coming. Because what you gave them and the hospitality you offer them, definitely will have to come back. It doesn't matter where they are. Like if I have a friend outside there and he wants to order, yes, I will do it. I tell you, don't worry, I will do it for you. I will be ready to even pay the fare for the first time for you, for me to deliver it outside the country for you. Because I know the one that is coming is going to be more than what I'm taking away. So it's normal.
I guess that's a marketing strategy we can all pick from for our businesses. Now, looking at what you do, I mean, you do amazing. Okay, what you do is very, very amazing. The fact that you're picking African prints, you're creating styles that inspire the African story, the African image, and all of that. Now, if I personally, or it's a Ghanaian thing, okay, when it comes to sewing or fashion designers, if you know somebody who sews, you sort of expect the person to give you special treatment when you know them. Okay, you mentioned that you use 2 days to replace an outfit for a customer. Yeah. Is that your usual production duration?
No, it's not. I call that express.
Oh, okay.
If you want me to do deliver in 2 days, you have to pay more. Okay. Because it takes a lot of time. Yeah. I have to make sure I deliver.
Okay, so if it's not express of 2 days,
yeah,
then how long?
It's gonna be like 1 week,
okay.
Or it depends.
Okay.
It depends on what you want.
Okay. So then, how do you deal with friends and family who may want to, take advantage of the fact that they have a personal relationship with you to get their items as and when they please? How do you handle that?
As for friends and family, they will always come. Friends and family will always come. So the best way to keep your customers and your friends and families. So as for the families, you tell them, okay, go and buy your fabric. They have to buy everything that they need for that particular design or the fabric they want. They have to buy everything. Then the only thing you do for you is just to sit down and sew for them.
So you don't charge them?
No. If you have to, if they got everything you need, give them everything they needed, then you have to just buy everything and bring it. I will do it for you. But as for friends, I will tell you, okay, you have to pay half of what what I charge my customers. I will charge you less, like half of it, because you're my friends. You may easily, introduce me to someone and to someone. So I have to bring it down for you.
Oh, okay.
So
I was going to ask, doesn't that affect the business? But to you, that's a way of getting referrals from them.
Yeah,
as well.
because definitely the family and friends, they'll have to come. So the only way to keep them, not to offend them, is for you to make it 50-50.
Okay.
But they will still have to, you know, get your fabric and come. Yeah. Then the rest I will do it, but you have to pay half of the fee you're supposed to pay.
Okay. Now, how do you deal with the pressure of showing up for events? You know, when it comes to fashion designers, the moment you hear there's a fashion designer coming for an event, everybody's anticipating that you're going to be wearing something they've never seen before. So how do you handle the pressure? Do you even feel pressure at all? If you do, how do you handle it?
For pressure. Like when I was doing for Charlie Wote festival, I never knew about Charlie Wote. The first time I knew about it was when I did my exhibition. Oh, okay. Because when I met Frank, I went for something different. Me and my boss, we went there for an artwork that she ordered from him. Okay. And when we got there, I saw a particular curve that I needed for some styles that I wanted to put in the market. Okay. And I asked him, and he said no, that he's not doing it, but he can take me around and see who can do that curve for me. Okay. So in that way, we kept on trying, and we couldn't find any. And one day when we came back from the timber market, and he said, okay, there's a festival coming up. It's called Charlie Wote. Since you have you are sewing main clothes and you have an idea of what to do, I want you to participate. I was shocked. Like, how am I going to do this? I've not done this. I've not done this kind of thing before. How am I going to cope with the pressure of sewing and all of that? He said, don't worry, you do it. So I have to go I have to go to the house and bring down my machine to his studio. I said, okay, since it's going to be easy for me to do from there to the Charlie Wote. Okay. And because he has an idea of the festival, what it's all about, what they need and the requirements. So I think he will have to put me through some of it for me to understand what they need. So he said, okay, no problem, bring it. So I took my machine there, and when I was cutting, and it was telling me, this is how you're going to do it, because that's how they want it, and that's how they do it. And him and Mr. David, both of them, they're like families. So they opened their arms, and they are so lovely. They gave me a helping hand, and they put me through, and the pressure was not so much.
Yes. So if I'm getting you right, what you're saying is, if you're prepping for a new show, if you have to show up yourself or sew and bring what you sew, you get advice from people who have been there before.
No, I wasn't, because this one I've not done this. The particular festival I've not done it before.
Yes, but you.
So I didn't know what they require.
Okay. The
requirements for the festival. Okay. I don't know what they like and what they don't like. Okay. So because he has been there before, so I wanted to just have an idea of what the festival is all about. So in that way, I'll be able to, do the right thing.
To someone who
knows that,
great.
So I have to do that so that I'll be able to feed him, because you can't just spend all the time and all the money and finish all the things, and you're going to keep it there and nobody is looking, not even looking at it. Okay. So it doesn't make sense.
Do you train others as well?
No, I don't have patience for that. So.
Okay, so tell us about your background. How did you learn how to sew?
Anyway, I will not say I took it from my family, because I know my father, their house, my father's family, they know how they sew. Okay. You know, they sew. But I wasn't even ready to become a fashion designer. I wanted to learn something else. Okay. But one day I was going to work in the evening in my country, and somebody just walked up to me like, are you a fashion designer? I said, no, I'm not. He said, but you always dress like a fashion designer. You always, every time I say all I was thinking about was you're a fashion designer. I said, no, I am not. So that clicked into my head. And that time when you want to even take a clothes to the tailor, you take a long time before the person deliver. So I went to school because I wanted to learn so that I'll be able to do for myself.
Oh, okay. So you went to fashion school?
Yes, I went to fashion school.
In Ghana?
Yes, I went to fashion school in Ghana. But in the school, I didn't have any experience, nothing. Okay. Because I was there for 6 months. I couldn't even cut. I couldn't even, I didn't even understand my tape measurements.
All right, sorry, time is not really on our side. So how did you finally pick the skill of sewing?
Yeah, because after I left this, after the theory in the school, I have to go outside to do practical.
Oh, okay.
I step in fashion, Sakomono.
Oh, okay.
That's where the guys start from beginning, and you know, I told him I want to do only men.
Okay.
So from there, he started from scratch and teach me all about it.
That is great. Can you give us some words of motivation before we go?
Well, whatever you want to do, whatever that inspire you to do, you have to do it, no matter how difficult it is. Because sometimes it's not easy, but you have to push through. But at the end of the day, you get results.
At the end of the day, you will get results if you put your mind to whatever it is that you're doing. Do not quit, because she, Elizabeth, CEO of M-Lees Couture, has made it, and today she has shared her story with us.